And we're live.
They made weed legal in the state, but children are doing less of it. You know what I mean? Like there's your proof right there.
Because now it's like
right?
booze, you know, like
regulated.
You have to find, it's regulated. You have to find someone to buy it for you if you're not of age. Same thing.
We always said that when we were in high school. Like it's so hard to score booze because nobody wants to like no adult wants to be the one to slip us a case of beer. No adult wants to buy me a bottle of vodka. But we all knew that you could go get weed easy because Crazy Mike's weed is illegal. So he'll sell it to kids. He'll sell it to adults. He's just trying to sell it. You know, he doesn't fucking care. He's trying to get rid of it. So he's not holding on to this illegal substance anymore. Yeah, sure, take it. It was always so much easier to get marijuana than it would be to get alcohol. And we wanted alcohol. It was hard to get alcohol. If I didn't have my old buddy Chuck, I just said Chuck got me laid many a time because you know it was just like not that I was like yeah drink more come here you know, it wasn't like that, but like you know I always had alcohol to take to a party or to facilitate an event that could only transpire.
That made you the alcohol. Belle of the ball in high school.
Belle of the ball. Yeah. Always had alcohol. I would go on these awkward trips to the liquor store with this 40-year-old like homeless looking man. And there I am, you know, 17, 18, 19 or something. And I'm trying to like not draw a lot of attention to us at the liquor store as to what we're doing. I'm like, yeah, Chuck, you get yourself a little something and you get me a little something. But I know better than to get like $100 bottle of liquor. We got to get something that he might believe you would buy. So let's get you a $45 bottle of liquor. And then I just remember him, like he grabbed a 6-pack for himself and had these soggy handles from sitting in the cooler. It was a cardboard like 6-pack holder. And the handle came away and all 6 beers fell to the concrete floor right there at the cash register and just boom, just shattered. Glass and beer all over my feet, his feet. And he didn't even lose it. He didn't skip a beat. He goes, motherfucker, that cooler made this thing so goddamn soggy. I ain't paying for that. Give me another one. And the guy behind the counter just went, yes. And I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure we were about to be investigated, like brought under a closer inspection, and he was going to be like, get that fucking kid out of here while you're at it, you old hobo. But instead, like, gave us a free 6 for a beer and got out of there with my...
Did you ever pull a hey mister when you were younger?
No. Never. I would be... no.
What's a hey mister when you find a stranger to buy it?
A hey mister is when you go to a liquor store and you look for an adult outside a liquor store and you go, hey mister, could you... if I give you $20, will you buy me this? And then usually what they would do is just keep walking. But every once in a while, you come across a real degenerate, and they will do it for you. Usually in exchange for some crazy markup. Like it's one guy, like 1 second he's walking in on his phone or doing whatever, and you know just no thoughts of anything. And then you give him this proposition, and immediately it's like, okay, but you got to buy everything I want too. It's like, what? Well, what are you going to buy? Well, now I'm going to buy quite a bit.
Ever get robbed by a hey mister? I have.
Getting very thirsty just talking to you here.
Yeah. I'd be like, here's $20. We want a case of beer that costs like whatever, 8 or something. And they used to have Peels. It was the cheapest beer. Anyway, and then like he'd leave and he'd be like, yeah. You know, I bought myself a Michelob with your 20 and there's nothing you can do about it. And I could beat you up. So you know, that was like,
you should be like, oh, well, let me find a new. I guess it's not like you're gonna rat him out.
You're out of luck.
Well, you don't do it alone. You have a whole group of hoodlums there, so that they know if they rip you off, like maybe there's some car damage coming their way. You know,
well, we're like 17 at this point.
Like think that Woody and his friends are a threatening hoodlum-looking bunch.
Yeah,
though.
we weren't. And then at 19, I turned 21 with my fake ID, and that was the greatest. I remember one time I was in like a freshman in college or something, and the guy behind the counter I went to high school with, he was in my class. So I whip out my fake ID, and he goes, Woody, come on. I know you're 21. And I was like, yeah. You don't have to show me that. I know you're 21 already. And he just sent me on through.
That's a good guy. I went in when I was 19. Like one of the ballsiest alcohol buying moves ever is I didn't have a fake ID on me when I was like 19, and I went in on behest of my friends because they're like, you look the oldest, just go in and try and do it. And so I just went in, put it down, and like pretended to be like, you know, really engaged on something, like acting like trying to look the way that I imagined adults look when they're like, fucking business, you know. So just did that, and he just sold it to me. And it wasn't until like later that you realize like that dude working there doesn't really give a shit. He's just at a gas station working. Like if he thinks you like look 21, he's just like whatever. His thought is, I've got 48 minutes until I get to go home. Not I gotta make sure I keep this place locked down and secure. Only legal purchases when I'm running the show. Like they just really don't care that much. And so actually some of them do. Some of those people really do take it seriously because it's like a little power trip.
Get in trouble too. Now
Trouble.
If the business like sells cigarettes to a minor, like they'll send undercover kids in, like people who look like they might be 20 but they're really 17, and they'll send them in there to buy a pack of smokes. And if you sell this grown ass looking man a pack of smokes, they come in like, oh, you're fined $5,000 and fire that employee too. Like they really lay the hammer down on you. I was telling you the other night about how when I was 19, my little go-to was to have my two friends go into the bar, get a table and a pitcher of beer and 3 glasses. And then after they'd been ID'd, not that they probably would be because they were 25 or 24 or something like that. And my 19-year-old ass would just kind of slide right on in and start drinking as quickly as possible. Because once I start drinking, they have served a minor.
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, you really want to see my ID? Because you might be opening a whole box of worms you don't want to get into. You might want to just bring us another pitcher of Miller Lite and just let the night flow. You know what I mean? Like, but I just remember that bartender was like, no, I have to see. And I was like, you've given me beer before. And she's like, I did not see then. And I'm like, yeah, but you gave it to me then. And finally getting found out and having to go on a day when she didn't work. And it was a whole problem.
Oh, man. That's a lot of trouble to go through to have some Miller Lite.
I just wanted to sit there and, eat my chili poblanos and have a nice cold beer after like fucking long ass day of work and could never. Yeah. It was hard to pull that together. I'd be out in the parking lot on my phone waiting on them to text me like, oh, we got the table, we got the pitcher, it's good. And, sometimes I wouldn't even go through the restaurant. They'd be on the patio and I'd just hop the fence, get in the patio and slide into that chair. And, if you're lucky, then the person who brings the beer is different than the waitress. She was just like, I need a pitcher of Dos Equis at table 8, and some busboy brought it and then he ID'd people as far as she knows. So most of the time I could get in undercover at 19 and drink though.
Did you guys have that parent that let you drink? Like a friend's parent or anything? I had that. All right, so here's the scoop. One of my friends had cystic fibrosis. Still has it. You always have it. And because of that, he wasn't able to put on any weight. He was always kind of like just too skinny, kind of muscular, but just like the doctor wanted him to have more body fat on him. So one of the ways that they could do that was they let him drink beer. And all his friends were allowed to drink beer too. So it seemed like we were into professional football at the time. So every Sunday afternoon, we're all just going to his house to watch it because that's where the beer is. Every Monday night, like I'm sleeping at I'm like 17 years old, a junior or senior in high school, staying over his house on Monday nights because I'm so drunk that, that I really shouldn't be driving home. I'm waking up at like 6 a.m., racing home, grabbing my books and going to school on Tuesday. And his parents just let us drink.
Yeah, we did the same thing in high school at a couple friends' houses, except like the big thing was bonfires. And so it'd be like, oh, we're going to have a big bonfire basically far enough away from the house that we can get shit-faced and not have anybody come down. And like my parents even at the time would be like, a bonfire? It's the middle of July. And I'd be like, yeah, though, you got to have smoke to keep the bugs away. And that's just the way it is. So I'm going to go have a bonfire. Third one this week, all your clothes smell like smoke and beer. It's like, well, I don't know. They didn't say,
let me know when you smell vomit. We'll slow things down.
In hindsight, the whole letting your kid drink thing turned out like it's kind of a selfish move, right? Like I'm keeping my kid here at the house home and safe. All your kids, I don't know, fucking figure it out, I guess. I'm the one driving home on a motorcycle at like 6 a.m. at Mach 1 to get to school on time while he slept in his own bed. Because
there were also like stupid parents, though, that would like call and check up on their kids and like have like strict rules of like you have to be home by midnight or whatever it is, their curfew. And so they'd call at like 11:30 and hear like their kid was drunk, so their son or daughter would be like, well, we've been drinking, and so I don't really want to come home right now. And then some of the parents would be like, you've been drinking? You get your ass home right now. And it's like,
that's an interesting
move. That's very
move.
counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Like
you sure about that?
Yeah, are you sure?
All right, I'll hurry.
Sure you don't want to call me a cab or just let me stay here for the night and you can yell at me tomorrow? But yeah, that was weird. I saw that multiple times from different people. And I always was thinking, even at that age, like 16, 17, like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, they were kids once. They know that their kid is not sober enough to be driving. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I think it is a good idea for there to be at least one house that you can drink at in high school, just so you kind of have a home base and you're not doing it in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, there was no shortage of those, honestly. It seemed like there were like 6 or 8 different houses that you could go to where like that was going to be fair game. I remember going to a party and the dad, who like I know him now as an adult, like he's also a friend of my dad or at least an acquaintance. He was just I was looking through the cooler at the beers, at the different kinds of beer, trying to pick one. And he's like, oh, we just put them in there. Like, this is the dad. He's like, we just put them in that cooler. No, I don't get them. Come over here to this one here. And he opens up, like, another cooler. It's, like, one of those big, like, fishing coolers. It's, like, $300. He's like, here's how you get them extra cold. You stick it down in there and you twist. And he's like, show me this technique for, like, wetting the bottle and spinning it in the ice to, like, get them extra cold or something like that. So, like, he had no problem with kids drinking at his house.